So, good morning, children. In the previous class, we have learned about topic called light. Light. Now, I already explained that when we move, when you are traveling or when you are walking, you can able to see the objects side of the road. When it becomes dark, you cannot see anything there. That's why during night hours you should have the headlights for your vehicles. Right? So what is making us to see the object? We can understand with this example what is making us to see the objects. What? Obviously, light. If no light, we cannot see the objects. Means what is happening here? For example, imagine you had a bulb. You switch on the light. On a table, keep any object like a book, now sit here. See the book. Switch on the light and see the book. Can you able to see it? Yes, obviously. If you switch off the light in the room, all the room doors and windows are closed, light is switched off, bulb is switched off. Can you see the object, the book? You cannot. When we can see the object? When the light is there. So what is understand here? Something making us to see the object. What is that making us to see the object? Light. Light helps us to see. Light makes us to see the objects. And let us see how this light makes us to see the object. Is that whenever the light is there, is that sure that we can able to see the object? Let's see. Imagine now switch on the light. You are able to see the book, right? Yes? Now, keep a pad before this. You have a pad in front of you. And try to see the book. Can you see it? What you can see if you can able to see? You can able to see the pad. But can you able to see the book? No. But light is there. Light is there. Light is there. Bulb is glowing. You switch it on the bulb is glowing. Light is there in the room. But even though you are not able to see the book, how? Why? Means it is not that only light. If the light is there, we can able to see the object. Something should be happen. What is that something should be happen? It is not allowing to see. Which is not allowing? This pad is not allowing to see the book. Means this is not allowing something to come from the book to our eyes. What is that something? Obviously, light. Means what is happening here, light falls on this object, book. Light falls on this object, that is book. After the light falling on this book, it bounces back. It hits back. The light falls on the book and hits back. Then we can able to see the object. Right? So when the light is falling on the object and hitting back, bouncing back, this phenomenon is called actually reflection of light. Reflection of light. Okay. So imagine now, when the light is falling on this object and it is reaching us, hitting back to our eyes, then we can able to see the object. Now imagine when you keep a wooden plank or wooden pad or something, then can you able to see the object? We cannot. Why? Because this light, when it is hitting back, after falling on the object, when it is hitting back, when it is bouncing back, this light is not reaching to us. This light is not reaching to our eyes. If this light reaches our eyes, then we can able to see it, the book. Otherwise, we cannot see the book. So, though the light is there, but we cannot able to see the objects unless the light falls on the object and hits back to our eyes, then only we can able to see the object. Otherwise, we cannot see the object anywhere, anytime, anything. When we are able to see, I can able to see the child there, white color. How? Light is falling on it, hitting my eyes. I can able to see that bird here. It means what is happening? Light is hitting on this letter, on this work, and it is reflecting and it is hitting back to me. Then I can able to see it. So whenever light falls on the objects, when it hits back, when it is bounces back, if that bouncing back light falls on our eyes, right? If it is, then we can able to see the object. If something obstruction has come here, obstruction, that is something stucking us, something in the middle. If something has come in the middle, which is not allowing this light to reach us, then we cannot see the object. Got it now? Okay. So here, when we can able to see the objects, in the sense when the light falls on the object, hits back to our eyes, then we can able to see the objects. So now we can understand here. Now light makes us to see the objects, and light hits the objects and returns back. That is reflection of light. We discuss more deeply, slowly and slowly. Now see, what is the one? Which one in this phenomenon? Which one in this is giving us the light? The bulb. Electric bulb. Electric bulb. Here this electric bulb is called as light source. What is it called as? Light source, or also called source of light. Source of light. So why I am telling the bulb is source of light? Here in this process, do the book is producing the light? Do the book is giving us the light? Do the book is emanating the light? No, it is not. It is not emitting the light. Which one is emitting the light? Electric bulb. So the electric bulb itself is emitting the light, hence it is said to be source of light or light source. So can you tell me the objects which emits the light, which produces the light? From which objects we get the light? If I ask you, what would be your answer? The very first foremost answer is your sun. Obviously, right? The sun, star, giving the light. So sun is a source of light. Stars are the source of light. Stars are the source of light. Lighted candle. Not all the candles. If the candle is not lighted, how it is gives a light to us? Right? No. Lighted candle give us the light. It is source of light or light source. Glowing matchstick. Glowing matchsticks. Right? Burning anything that is burning, giving the light to us. Nowadays we have these torch lights and everything. Torch light, you might know. Nowadays mobile light has come. In olden days, what they had to do, they used to do by traveling from one village to the other. Nowadays, we have vehicles and everything. Earlier, they used to be travel on a bicycle. Before that, they used to be travel on a bullock carts. Before that, they used to travel on the animals, like using the donkey, using the horse, or using the monkey. What is that called? Tall one, the camel. And apart from that, earlier, before that, they used to travel from place to another by only walking, just by walking. So if it is a night, how they used to be travel? They hold an object like a stick-like structure. They tie something like cloth and everything as a tip of it and put the kerosene or something and put the fire to it. Taking that, and they used to travel from place to place. So burning object gives a light to us. What else? Do the moon gives us a light? If so, how the moon gives us a light? Find it. Yes. So whatever are giving the light to us, whatever are producing the light, they are called light source or source of light. Source of light. Now see, we study, we learn, we understand more briefly. So most familiar, most important, this thing, natural source of light is sun. This is natural source of light. Why I am telling it is natural source of light? See the compare with this source of light, electric bulb and sun. What is the difference? Small and bigger. It produces the light itself. Sun produces the light itself. It needs some energy. Electric bulb, buy a bulb and keep in your hand. Will it glow? No. You have to connect to the electricity, current, then it produces. Who is supplying the electricity to the sun to produce the light? Is there anyone? Is that happening? Is that sun is producing the light by passing the electricity? No way. Itself it is glowing. Itself it is burning. Sun is a huge, big ball of burning object producing the light itself. That's what natural source of light. This is of course artificial source of light, man-made. Man-made. Thomas Alva Edison first discovered this. Who discovered this? Natural one. Right? So it is natural source of light. Now the question comes here. How the sunlight we get? For example, we imagine somewhere we are here on the earth. Here on the earth. You are somewhere here. What is happening here? Sunlight is falling. Okay? Right? Now do one thing. When you are walking, do you imagine you are walking on the road or you are going somewhere else on the outside? It was full of dark. It was full of dark. No street lights, nothing. How you can walk it? Can you walk it properly? No. You should use a device. What is that called? Torchlight. Torchlight you have to use. Have like this and go on. Observe carefully how much distance that light falls. How much the distance that you can able to see the object with the help of the torchlight. What is the distance you can able to see? Focus it. How much? Can you able to see 100 meters? Can you able to see 200 meters? Can you able to see 500 meters? Can you able to see 1 kilometer? Can you able to see 2 kilometers with the torchlight? Can you? So, how much distance it is traveling? Now, see natural torchlight. Sun. What is the distance between the sun and earth? What is the distance? Study. This much distance, some crores of kilometers distance is there between the earth and sun, though the light is reaching to our earth. It takes approximately 8 minutes of time. If the sun is producing, imagine the light now, it takes 8 minutes to reach the earth. Very fast or slow? 8 minutes, within 8 minutes it will reach from sun to the earth. Is there any abstraction? Is there any abstract? Is there any abstract comes here? Having a chance? Having a chance. Moon may come in the middle. Sometimes. We call eclipse. We call eclipse it. When the moon comes here, what is happening? Sunlight falls on the moon. Behind the moon, what is happening? Can we see the sun then? No, we can only see the shadow of the moon. We will be under the shadow of the moon. This part of the earth becomes dark. Eclipse. Solar or lunar? What is it? What is solar eclipse? What is lunar eclipse? Try to find out. This is only called eclipse. We say grahanam. Surya grahanam, Chandra grahanam. Suryudu, Bhumi, Madhyala Chandrudu. What is it? కొన్నిసార్లు ఏమవుతుంది? సూర్యుడు చంద్రుడు మధ్యలో భూమి వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే this will revolve around the earth. Then what is it called? Okay, it is naturally happens. It is science. So when the light falls on this moon, behind the moon, what do you get? Shadow. What do you get? Shadow. When do we get the shadow? When do we get the shadow? Observe carefully. Now, when do we get shadow? Before that, we have to understand one thing. The light is from sun to the earth is traveling some crores of kilometers distance. What is there between the sun and earth? What is there? Some extent, some distance we will be having atmosphere. Some hundreds of kilometers having atmosphere. Above that, nothing. Nothing is there. Nothing. No atmosphere. No air. No air even. Nothing will be there. Vacuum. Empty space. Vacuum. Empty space. Nothing will be there. Light is traveling in that empty space also. Light is traveling from sun to the earth, even in that empty space also, even in that vacuum also. They're reaching the earth. Right? Now, we understand how do we get shadows. Okay, this point you remember, we'll discuss again. How do we get shadows? Of course, if you take same point only, when you are on the earth, see when the sunlight falls on it, see behind it, midday of the day, what you can able to see? Your shadow you can able to see. Your shadow you can able to see here in the room. You can able to see your shadow. So what is happening here? Why shadow has come? Light is falling on your body. When light is falling on your body, it is not going behind it. I already told you, when the moon comes here, what is happening? When light falls on the moon, can we able to see the sun here? Can we able to see the light on here? No, we cannot able to see here light. Why? Because moon is there here. Moon is not allowing the light to pass through it. Moon is not allowing light to pass through it. It has become abstract. Opposite. Only one. light, sorry, it will stop the light to pass through it. So when it is stopped the light to pass through it, this body, moon, now said to be an opaque body, opaque object, opaque substance. Opaque substance. Why I am telling moon is an opaque substance which not allowing the light to pass through it. So when it is not allowing the light to pass through it, what we can see behind them? Obviously shadow. So opaque bodies makes the shadows. Which bodies makes the shadows? Opaque bodies makes the shadows. What does it mean, opaque body? Here moon is opaque. Why I am telling moon is opaque? Because what is happened here? It is not allowing the light to pass through it. It has become obstruct for the flow of light. Even my body is becomes opaque for you. If you see, can you able to see something what I have written if I stood like this? Can you able to see what is there behind me? You cannot. When you can able to see? How you can able to see them? Light, natural light is there. This is what is the light is there. I didn't switch on the light in this bulb in this room. It is natural light, sunlight. Don't think that when is the sun did not come there. It is there to some extent. Okay. Light is falling, light is reaching, light is there in this room. That light is hitting the blackboard on the letters. This light is reflecting to you into the camera. Then you can able to see it. If I come in the middle to the camera, what you can able to see? You can able to see my body. You cannot see the letters behind me. Means what is happening? Light is falling on me, reflecting to you. So you can able to see me. But what is behind? You cannot see. What will be there behind? Only my shadow. Only my shadow. That means what am I? What is my body? It is opaque. It is opaque, not allowing the light to pass through it. Yes or no? So now see there, electric bulb switched on it. Light reaching the book, bouncing back to you. You can able to see the light, book. But when you keep the pad, when you keep something like wooden plank, wooden sheet, can you see the book? No, you cannot. Why? Light is not hitting to you. This opaque, this body, this wooden plank is not allowing the light to pass through it. Hence, this body is called opaque. So, what does it mean, opaque substance which not allow the light to pass through it? Test. What are the substances not allow the light to pass through it? Which one? Take a torchlight. Or simple, nothing to test. What is it? For example, book. Is the book is opaque? See, keep a book in before you. Can you able to see the objects? No, I cannot able to see the camera right now. Why? Because the book is there between me. This is not allowing the light to pass through it. Hence, this book is opaque. Now, if we keep the paper, will it allow me to see the camera? No. Why not? Because this is not allowing the light to pass through it. This is opaque. For example, if I can apply oil, now if I can do like this, rub 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 like this, and try to see it. Can you see that? You may can see, but not very clearly. It is unclear image. You can able to see the unclear picture. If the oil is applied to this, if it is oil paper, I am telling you, try to do at home. Apply the oil and try to see the object. You may can see the object, but not clear image. That makes object to see unclear image. But unclear means something there behind it we can able to see that. Some image we can able to see it. But that image is not clear. If the image is not seen, then it is opaque. If the image is unclear, then it is said to be translucent. It is said to be translucent substance. If the image is clear, for example, You use a glass plate, only glass plate, not mirror, only glass plate. Like you will be using spectacles, right? Like that. Use only glass plate in between. Now imagine I hold a glass plate. Can you able to see my face? You can able to see. I can able to see the camera. Means what? This body is allowing the light to pass through it. Hence, this glass plate is said to be transparent. Transparent substance. That is what actually our goggles, what is that called? Spectacles are not made with opaque bodies. Imagine if they are made with opaque bodies, what would happen? Imagine our goggles made with stylish wooden, very nice designs. You wear that. Can you see the object? No. Why? It is not allowing the light to pass through it. It is opaque body. When we use opaque body, we cannot see the light. Imagine now. Take a glass plate. That you are having glass. Spectacles, you might be having goggles. Keep the goggles. Can you able to see the objects? Yes, you can able to see the objects. How? Because not allowing the light to pass through it. Fine. Take the same goggles. Don't do it. But imagine, just I'm telling. If you have a old goggles, old spectacles, you can use it. If it is not as useful, you try this experiment also. Take the goggles. Take the goggle glass. Rub it to the wall like this. Disturb it like this. Will it be smooth? Fine. After doing that, will it become smooth? No, rough will be there. Rough surface will be there. Then use the goggles. You may can see, you may can feel something there, but can you able to see the clear image of it? No, we cannot. Because of what? It is allowing the light, but not clearly, not completely. It is unclear image. You can able to see it. If it is rubbed glass, then it is said to be a translucent substance. So there we can study. You might be learned in this materials chapter also. You can able to learn this. There are three kinds of materials. There are three kinds of substances: opaque substances, transparent substances, translucent substances. Opaque is that not allow the light to pass through it. When it is not allowing the light to pass through it, behind it we get shadow of it. We get shadow of it. If it is a transparent, allow the light to pass through it. If it is a not allowing the light to pass through it, if it is not clearly allowing it, then it is said to be a translucent substance. Okay. So now you study, you discuss, you think, discuss with your friend if it is possible in your Google Meets. Have a video call to your friends, no problem, in a WhatsApp chat. In a WhatsApp also 3 to 4 members you can make a video calls. You discuss, you call to them at 1 hour sitting. You send the messages to your friends, say that so and so time, afternoon at 2 o'clock we have a meeting. We have a group discussion. Call 3-4 members of your classmates and say that morning sir told this topic. What is that? Can you give me the examples of opaque bodies? One fellow give you your examples. One fellow give you your example. Now see that light is traveling from sun to the earth. What is there in the middle? Is that opaque? Is that transparent? Is that translucent? If it is opaque, what would happen? If it is transparent, what would happen? If it is translucent, what would happen? If we have an opaque body covers the earth, what would happen? Think. Science student, observe, hypothesis, experiment, hypothesis, conclusion. Follow this principle. Okay? And give me the feedback. Right? Thank you very much. We'll have the further continuation discussion in the next class. Okay?